thank you so much for pausing and breathing and being with me today. Today I'm cozied up in the warmth of home, and I'm thinking of the warmth of kindness, and I was inspired by what I saw sitting on our kitchen table when I walked in the door this morning after drop-off. So years ago, I guess Kai was 4, 5. He had just started at school, a new school, and they have a special celebration every Christmas time of Las Posada, and the kids all have the invitation dress up if they want to as a villager or a sheep or an angel or something of the sort. And Kai really wanted to be an angel, and I had found this wing situation I was really excited about. But when we went to go explore this lot that we would go to get our Christmas tree, I saw that there was this big bushy gold garland, and it just made me smile, and I was trying to figure out how I could fashion a halo of the garland. And this older woman who was there working, she's the sister of the guy that has the lot, came over and she saw me looking at the garland and trying to figure out something, and she paused what she was doing. She had been glue gunning little tacky things to wreaths and she just stopped, and she was so smitten with the idea that she found a stretch of wire and she wrapped it around his head, measured it perfectly, got the garland, cut off the perfect length, wrapped it round and glued it on. And she loved seeing it on Kai's face, on his head, and it was just such a sweet moment. And the next year we returned and she helped us fashion another, and so every year we've been going back to the same place to get our tree, and we haven't seen her there in quite some time. And we ran into her in like the Acme in an aisle, and she couldn't believe how big Kai had gotten. And the very next day we were out walking, Kai and I, and though we weren't quite ready to get our tree, Kai had a headache, and we had come to the corner, and I was like, oh, take a deep breath in, the scent of the pine will help your head. And it did. And I said, well, do you want to go in and just wander around and just be with the trees for a little while? And he did. And so in we went. And when we went in, who should happen to be there helping her brother for the day but our friend? And as we walked around, she said, I'm making something for Kai. And I was just so touched, you know. So we walked into the little wreath area, and there she was, and she had assembled this sweet little tree out of the base of the tree. And we told her we'd be back to get our tree next week, and she said, okay, good, listen, you're gonna put this on your table or somewhere in your house, and when you walk in, you're gonna smell the pine and it'll lift up your heart. And I went to smell the pine here, and she told me, no, come here. And she gave it to Kai, and Kai was so happy, and we carried it home. And having it in our home has been just such a sweet reminder of the power of a simple kindness, you know. All those years ago, she didn't need to stop working to fashion a halo for Kai. And she didn't need to stop her work and to fashion this sweet little tree. And yet she did. She did. And I think it's, you know, as human beings, we have this tendency, like they call it a negativity bias, to focus on the things that we see or hear about that are somehow negative, dangerous, or threatening, because our survival instinct wants to protect us. And so the good things we hear about, they kind of slide off like Teflon, and the bad things we hear about, we hold to. I can't remember the teacher. Was Jack Kornfield? No. Sylvia Boorstein, someone was saying, like, all over the world in each moment there are countless kindnesses that are happening. Someone somewhere is buttering a piece of toast for someone they love. Someone's tying a shoe, right? Like a crossing guard is standing in the rain helping someone cross the street. There are so many kindnesses that are happening. And I think that it's so essential to allow ourselves to dwell in that felt sense that arises when we receive a kindness, when we offer a kindness, when we bear witness to a kindness, that softening that happens in the heart. It is such good medicine. And so I just invite you to pause for a moment and bring your hands to rest on your heart. And take a moment to acknowledge and consider kindness that was offered you recently. And then perhaps to take a moment to consider a kindness that you offered to another. And allow yourself to dwell, to steep in the felt sense of that kindness. And sense how it warms, how it softens, how it lifts up your heart. It's a kind of nourishment that's essential. Right now I'm being distracted by the sound of our sweet four-legged snoring in the background. And that's bringing me back to the great kindness of the sweet soul who our sweet four-legged came to us through. And so as you sit here for a few moments longer, just contemplate that all around this world there are countless acts of kindness being offered right now. And may we remember always that we are here to be angels for each other, to care for each other, to lift each other up. May we do so in ways great and small. Thank you so much for pausing with me today, and have a beautiful and a blessed day.